Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing Koda Kumi's newest remix album, Driving Hits 8. Before we get started, I want to remind you that this is simply my opinion on the album, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Another Koda Kumi album means a new remix compilation might come along as well. And after the pretty good Driving Hits 7 last year, it's no surprise that exactly a month after End came out, we have a new remix compilation mostly based on songs from the album, with a few oldies thrown in the mix. So let's start with the good things. This remix album is another solid effort. It's far from being perfect, but it has enough good songs to make it quite enjoyable, and having all of the songs from End remixed, it gives to anyone like me who wasn't completely sold on the album a new perspective on it. For example, a song like Sweetest Taboo that I thought was okay actually benefits a lot from its remix, and I ended up enjoying the Matt's remix of the song a lot. Same goes for Never Enough. It treats the kind of boring ballad to a more R&B inspired vibe, and it works so much better for me. To be fair, most remixes based on End work quite well, but there are some that just don't work at all for me. And right from the start with the Cat Fear remix of Party, I was really not into it. Now, if you watch my review of End, you know that I love Party, but this remix is barely just a faster version of the song, and it doesn't add anything much to it. The remix of Brain is also one that I'm not a fan of. It is the style of remix that I'm not a fan, as it tends to be a little bit too predictable in its approach and sounds more like a typical party remix. It's not bad, but it's definitely something you've heard before. There is also two remixes of Alright, and I don't know if it's just me, but I always feel a bit robbed every time there's the same song multiple times on a remix album. In this case, I personally prefer the Voya remix instead of the Cool Use remix, as it tries to be a bit original and it feels like it plays more with the original song. There is also a remix worth talking about, for the fact that it completely changes the music style of the original song, and it's the Got Me Going Teddy Lloyd remix. It transformed the song into a sort of rock and pop hybrid, and I gotta say, it works so well. It's one of the highlights of this album for me. Overall, I would say this remix album does a good job and gives us most of the time fresh takes on songs that should still feel fresh in our minds, but I have to add that also for the old ones present on this one, there's some really nice touches like the Freaky and Real Emotion remixes. They're both really good as well. If you weren't convinced entirely by End, you might find this remix album either great or not, depending on how you generally feel about this type of albums, but I personally enjoyed it quite a lot. Even if not everything works, there's still a good majority of songs on this one that are worth it, and that is why I give this album 4 stars. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tell me what you think of the remix album down below, and I'll see you next time.